Agent Burns is not supposed to be seen or heard or recognized. He is head of Sector 7, and Sector 7 is responsible for all of the things that the masses don't know about. It is keeping a lid on the nation's problems and the nation's secrets, and he does a damn good job at that. I think the universe is so interesting, and that's why Transformers has been such a global success, is because the idea of this franchise coming to life and in the way in which they did it. I mean, it started out way back about the story of with a boy wanting a car, a 16-year-old finding a nice-looking car, and it goes from there. And then you learn about the protectors of the universe and the evils of the universe and all the back and forth crazy action that has been the Transformers franchise. And when I saw this and the fact that it takes it back even earlier and almost recaptures that unreal feeling when you get your independence as an adolescent, as a teenager. In watching the movie, you're attached to the story so much that you gravitate towards the characters. You have thoughts of if Burns is a villain or a hero, what side of the line he fights on. You gravitate towards Bumblebee and form a relationship with Bumblebee and Charlie and their relationship. And Mimo comes out of nowhere and does awesome. And the relationship between an adolescent and their parents, especially in a home that's separated, like the loss of a family member. You go through all of this stuff. It's, I like that stuff more. I think the action is extremely powerful, but I love the characters. The movie is set in a time machine in history. So, and I think because now you have a block of movies that have been done, you really do get to maybe shift gears a little bit, go back and focus more and extend some of these moments out. So I keep telling everybody the movie will have a nice fast pace to it, but it will also be digestible and it will lean heavily on story as well. And I always hark back to the first one just because I love the tale of a boy in his car. So I think this is more focused on a scenario like that. Haley is phenomenal. Haley is powerful when she needs to be. I think she'll be a symbol for young women, women of all ages, to look to for strength. But at the same time, she plays a teenager. Teenagers have those moments of weakness, of vulnerability, where when they're embarrassed, it feels like your world is over. And she's also involved in music as well, and I think the creation on both sides keeps her mind open, keeps her emotions heightened, and she's phenomenal. She really is. When Transformers hit, I was right in the middle of it. I vividly remember the transforming Optimus Prime, because that was I think the one, having four brothers, I think that was the one toy I got was Optimus Prime. But he was the baddest of the badasses, so at least I had the best one. But it was crazy to see them go from an animated series, and I can still hear Optimus's voice. It was so memorable, so iconic. And then to be revitalized as a movie franchise, and you think like, how are they going to do that? And Michael Bay makes this unbelievably acceptable world out of this crazy concept to where it's now a wonderful, entertaining franchise. So I've kind of followed the story arc the whole way through, and it's weird that it's come in such a full circle and it's now headed back to like the beginning, set in the time period where I first fell in love with Transformers. I think the audience resonates with Bumblebee because he's an underdog. He's smaller, he can't talk, so he's immediately has deficiency and an obstacle to overcome. And he's very endearing. Like, he's a warrior, an absolute ass-kicking warrior in a very small frame, but he always tries to make these personal connections with the people he's protecting. And I think they've gone above and beyond with his Bumblebee's personality to send that message.